The man was once a top-tier assassin, but unexpectedly, all it took was a single bee sting to change everything. When he woke up again, he had somehow turned back into his middle school self. The organization immediately sent people to analyze his condition. That was when they learned the thing that stung him was no ordinary bee. It was actually an artificial bee weapon. But how could a top assassin keep working after turning into a child? As it happened, his boss had a mission that suited him perfectly in his current state. His boss was planning to send his daughter to a school, so he wanted the male lead to go in first and do some internal investigation. The moment he heard the pay was very generous, he accepted without the slightest hesitation. The very next day, he enrolled in the school. And of course, on the first day of the new term, self-introductions were unavoidable. Everyone else gave perfectly normal introductions. But when it was his turn, the atmosphere instantly became awkward. Since he was not good at talking to people, he simply said his name and turned around to leave. Everyone thought he seemed gloomy. And before long, people started treating him like some kind of weirdo. Behind his back, he even picked up the label of a shut-in classmate. The male lead did not care about that kind of mockery. Although he had become an outsider in the class, at least that counted as blending into school life in its own way. Not long after that, however, he came across a news report. It said that a masked man had recently been causing trouble at schools, and by coincidence, the school being targeted that day was the very one he attended. After school, he suddenly heard a commotion. A man wearing a panda mask had shown up. The intruder had even knocked out the security guard with a kick before entering the campus. In order to avoid exposing his identity, the male lead deliberately threw out a smoke bomb. Then he rushed forward and quickly started fighting the panda masked man. The panda masked man had a trump card ready as well. With the smoke blocking his vision, he planned to blow the whole place up with firecrackers. But the male lead responded by driving a kick straight into his crotch. After all, that is every tough guy's weak spot. Once the panda masked man lost the ability to move, all that remained was to clean things up. When the smoke around them finally cleared, two girls suddenly noticed that the male lead was there, but he had no desire to draw attention to himself, so he explained that he had merely happened to be passing by. That very night, the news reported that the culprit had been captured, but because the smoke had blocked the scene, no one knew who the hero was that defeated the panda masked man. As for how the male lead will recover his body later on, let us wait and see.